Hi, South by Southwest. I'm Cheryl Stallworth, co-founder of Shedlight.org. Shedlight was founded on Gwen Eifel's belief that we should bring light, not heat, to issues of importance to our society. Often, we share our questions, prejudices, and anxieties with people of our own race, but are fearful of having these uncomfortable conversations with people of other races. So in this session, we'll host an uncomfortable conversation on deeply held prejudices, culture, and dehumanization via an unvarnished, candid focus group featuring parents, teachers, activists, and cultural strategists. Our ultimate goal is to give educators, parents, and everyday people discussion techniques for creating a more informed public. Here's a sample of some of the honest opinions people shared with us in a recent study we conducted on the overlapping stories of COVID-19, economic decline, and the pain brought about by the murder of George Floyd, all sparked by a very profound question.
It's amazing to me why we keep loving this country and this country does not love us back.
My 10-year-old was horrified and immediately, on her little TikTok account, changed her profile to Black Lives Matter. And then a few days later was like, and she didn't have the right words, but she was like, Mom, I don't want to be appropriating. So maybe I need to change my profile. And she's like, but this is really, really important. And, she had read The Hate U Give last year and she was really moved. And I said, does this feel like what you read about? And she goes, well, no, this is real and this is worse. And
we have gotten to this point where we acknowledge that something's not working. And so that's a huge shift for me, because before everything was, we've had enough conversation about this topic. Let's just go on with our lives. Why do we have to keep bringing this up?
We've been through this before. We've had these kinds of things happen before, and I think they've just built up. And I think they built up to the breaking point. And I think we finally got the straw that broke the camel's back. And it happened in a particular moment in time that was well suited for it. And now, to mix metaphors, the dam has burst.
I think that we have been so complacent, especially over the last, I would say, 10 years since the recovery started, to think that, wow, practically every Black person or Hispanic person who wants a job has a job. No one has really thought about the fact that we have some systemic problems that sit within our community. And one of those is healthcare. We haven't really talked about it in the terms of how poor people are totally disenfranchised and affected by that. In some ways, it's like it's economic racism along with racism of color.
Yes, I've seen on Instagram where someone's at a protest and they have a poster and it says something like, America is so racist that addressing racism, people think you're questioning America. People think you're being un-American. You start to live in this Potemkin world of falsehood that you start to believe, and people have told you that, oh, this person is stupider, this person is dirtier. It always kind of flows back to, I think, telling yourself a story so you don't feel less than.
The Blacks and whites, we should both be equal. Nobody's better than the next person. Yeah. I guess they just want more protection for them, the Blacks. They want you to look at them and respect them. They think that everybody's against them. I still think they want us to bow to them because of the slavery back years ago. They want to be more than what they are. And they're going to extremes to do that. They want to be above us, white people.
So, is there an element of the American people that don't love us? Absolutely. I think they're in the minority. I think that those folks are fear-driven. I think they
are ruled by what feels like a loss of power. I think that equality to people who have benefited from privilege feels like oppression. There are so many signs that speak to love affair with Black culture. Look at a Billboard Top 100. And I think part of the reason they love us is that we are America. We are the embodiment of the American dream. If we think about the history of America and the idea of sort of fleeing this authoritarian reign in England, the idea of the Boston Tea Party and rioting and claiming that all men are created equal, and the idea of democracy and the principles that underpin it. While it hasn't been perfect, it is the story of every immigrant and specifically every Black person that we've been able to be resilient and prevail and persist.
Hopefully, this gives you a flavor for the richness that we can bring to a conversation on equity and justice in education. Thank you so much for the opportunity to submit our entry.